and some of the things I might like, somebody else might hate, right? So then perhaps it was a time saver at one time. Before we end this particular segment and go on to the other ridiculousness we were seeing today, what's one app that you found out there? And this is to our viewers too. If you found an app out there that's a time saver, go on and post it in the chat. We want to know what you think. But what's been the biggest app that you've used that you found to be a time saver?
Google.
Google.
Google everything. Google
everything.
Google, the noun that has become a verb. All righty. I could probably, there might be a couple of other apps out there, but you're right. Google is probably the app that everyone goes to. I want to know what other time saving.
And my Robinhood.
Robinhood?
But also being that we were locked down and locked up with pandemic, I think just the bank apps, like now we don't even need to go to the bank to deposit a check. Like that's all I do is take a picture of the check and it's in the bank, So I guess a bank app. I mean, we send money, everything you want to buy. I'm gonna Zelle you, right. D'Artagnan, for that, for all the stuff that I bought. I'm gonna Zelle you.
Zelle me, get the workout.
Yeah. So
the
bank apps are probably one of the ones that's up there.
So for those of you out there that listen to us, or if you tune in later and you have a comment, what's your favorite bank app that you might use? I can tell you that there's probably a lot of apps out there with regard to food ordering.
Oh yeah.
DoorDash and all those other things, because it will save your favorites and stuff, and you can click on it and say, do you want the same thing you had last time from the same place? Save your banking information, right? And you can just push that one button and the food is at your door. So and then also maybe grocery shopping apps that people are using too.
Oh yes.
Because if you have the same things in your cart all the time,
I don't want nobody else doing my grocery shopping for me. That's just one thing I have not been able to do.
But listen, I did use it, and here I found that, like D'Artagnan said, they can pick all my dry goods. Like if I want rice and macaroni and cheese noodles and this Oreo cookies, but when I tell you I was mad when I looked at my produce, give me no squished grapes and no brown apples.
So, how about them bananas that's almost ripe?
Bananas.
That's what I said. Bananas. Not even bananas, but bananas.
Yeah. But yeah,
can't nobody eat your bananas, they too ripe.
They can't pick my produce and my veggies and my fruit. But if I have a lot of the dry goods, but yeah.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with toilet tissue.
And
paper
towel and
Kleenex and scrubbing bubbles. All right, so out there, what's the app that you use, D'Artagnan or Denise, that you didn't use before the pandemic? And this is for all our viewers that now you hooked on using.
Robinhood.
Like you said, the banking app was one, but what's another one?
I've always used my banking app, so I can't say my banking app. That's always been there. But my Robinhood app, and my Chase app for my investment stuff. So last year I started, trying to get into investing, just little stuff here and there. And they made it easy with the Chase app. You could do the investing stuff yourself. So I started out with the Chase app doing that investing stuff. And then we started talking about Robinhood. This has only been a couple months ago that I got into Robinhood, and I'm always on Robinhood trying to figure out what's going on because I got some good money going on right now.
Share.
Yeah, me too.
That's good.
You actually, I had been sitting on Robinhood for like 2 years and not using it. That one and Acorns. And Acorns where they take your change and save it for Robinhood. And I can tell you that right now in Robinhood, I've been in some stocks and the money is I'm like, oh my God. And the same thing with Robinhood. It was like, hey, you made $20 a day in just change that you did. But the, what was it? It was another app that I'm actually using now that I wasn't using before the pandemic. And it's going to have to come back to me after we hear from Denise.
I know one that you, Elle, I know one that you didn't use before and you use right now. TikTok.
Which one?
TikTok.
TikTok. You are not kidding. Listen, y'all, I'm on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. You can find me anywhere. I mean,
everywhere.
Google, you'll find me everywhere. Advertising for your gear, the store. You'll find me for the YouTube, for the show. Hey,
yes.
You're absolutely right. TikTok
I
is
need
an
to
app.
get, yeah,
I thoroughly
get some
enjoy.
of your
I also
gear.
use my Twitter app now, and I wasn't using it, so I guess I use a lot more social media apps to really do some of the work that we do. So it was something else that I used that came in my head, but now you know how it is. That's the first thing to go is the mind. It just went like Vaseline.
Ordering. Yeah,
so
other than the bank app, or what you said earlier, is the food, some of the restaurant stuff, like because of pandemic, just ordering online. So I've used a lot of food apps since pandemic, like ordering dinner or whatever, restaurant food. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of business apps too, like the Shopify app wasn't something that I was using for, obviously, King Custom. There's a lot of, I'm just realizing that I'm using a lot more AI devices or artificial intelligence devices or apps that talk to other apps to do things for me, so I don't have to do it. So it is true that you can take, like you said, D'Artagnan, a passive app such as a stock app, a passive app such as something that actually does all of your other banking for you, right? And I can take passive apps to help build my business, because pretty much I can put the stuff in there and let the system do the automation. So we want to hear from you. What are some apps that during the pandemic you are using now, and you've learned a lot from using those, about how business works, about how life works, about how to be better at managing your money, your household? We want to hear from you. Let us know what it is that you've been doing and the joys or the impact from it. All right, y'all. The other thing that y'all know had nothing to do. I'm gonna tell y'all what the other app was. I forgot to say, Audible. Because I do a lot of research in my role and stuff, I can listen to books now on podcasts, whereas before I may have sat down and read them, but I'm listening using the Audible and the Kindle apps a lot more, especially the Audible app to listen to stuff, books, podcast apps. So there's another one for you, for those academic people out there or anyone that likes to read. Hey, Audible.
Yeah.
Unlimited, and they give you free credits every month. If you download and have their app for 1 month, you get a free credit to a book. So D'Artagnan, I know how you like to read as well. This woman will devour a book in a day. I
Right.
call you, it's like, what you reading? I read such and such and such. I'm always done. I call you back later. So that's no lie. And then she have read the whole book. So
that was me last night. I got into this book, boy. Woo. Almost got into a fight because I ain't come to bed.
Oh Lord.
It's like, baby, put the book down. So
what are you doing? Trying to read.
So I know that there's apps out there that people weren't using that they are, and tell us how you're enjoying it. All right, y'all. The other story that I was looking at was the college admission scandal. Now we're coming up onto the time of year when you're filling out the applications, right? You talking about college admissions, but we also got prom season. So these kind of two things that we're gonna couple them up, kind of go hand in hand. Recently in March of 2021, there was, and I'm going to bring it up so we can look at this, a principal who assisted her daughter in stuffing the prom ballots, right? Okay, let me just see if I can get in here and share my screen and show y'all the crapola that I was actually looking at to find this crazy stuff. All right, the screen is not excellently perfect today, but what the hell, we got stuff here. All right, hold on a minute, people, and I will bring that to you in a minute. But have you ladies heard about that whole, okay, so this all started a while back, probably about a year ago, the whole Lori Loughlin thing. Y'all remember who Lori Loughlin is, the lady from Full House?
Yes.
So Denise, you know about this story, right?
Yes. I followed it. I actually knew someone involved here in Texas to do with basketball players. But
okay.
yeah, so I was following it. It was really interesting to know that you just want to make a donation so that your kids can get in and fake that they're on a sports and athletic team. Yeah.
A rowing team of all things.
True, yeah.
A rowing team. So
Yeah.
not only, okay, so we got parents, and I almost can understand, you know, you want your kid to have the best education and all those things, right? And so you do things. Sometimes parents go to lengths that they shouldn't go. But check this out, you guys. I saw this one where the mother and daughter were arrested for allegedly rigging the homecoming votes for her to be homecoming queen.
You know what? It is not that serious. It is not that serious.
They stuffed the ballot box with 117 address of votes that came from the house IP address. And then what was it, like another 245 that came from the mom's, who is the principal of the school.
Assistant principal.
Her IP address on her phone. The assistant principal came from her school computer and her IP address on the phone. Y'all can
nowhere but Florida. Where in Florida are they from? That is ridiculous.
You know, I didn't even know they still did homecoming king and queen.
Huh?
I didn't know they still did it.
Oh yeah. When I was in school, I don't even think we had a king, but the queen and the court, girl, that is big. That is huge in Texas.
I was on prom court in my junior year in high school. It was the first year we actually made history. I graduated in the bicentennial year in 1976, but in 1975, it was one of the first years that we actually had a multicultural or diverse court where there were people of color that were on the court. So, you know, you have the king and the queen, but then you also have the other court, like the princesses and all that. I was one of the people on court. So again, it is a highly esteemed honor when you were in high school to be the queen, but damn it, it ain't worth getting expelled over. This girl got expelled.
And her mama went to jail.
This one right here?
Yeah, this is the story, the homecoming scandal. This story was so big that it made Good Morning America.
I gotta see what city that is. You know, I'm a Florida girl. I gotta see where they are. That is embarrassing. That is terrible.
Yeah. Well, you go right ahead and look at
that.
The
assistant principal is in jail and her daughter's expelled, so you won't even get to graduate.
Right, and she's tainted for the rest of her life. Florida teen, it says she's the principal mom arrested over homecoming vote scandal. That is sad. So whether you the vice principal, the principal, one, your daughter is probably not going to be able to get admitted in any college anywhere.
Right.
That's going to follow her for a while. And how about you getting a job somewhere else and having your principals have to actually go through additional school and get certifications and license. And there's something around an ethics contract that they're
gonna have to move to a whole nother state.
Yeah, I don't think that this is going to fly.
Pensacola, Florida, right in the Panhandle. Wow, that is
so college admission scams. You got the whole you got celebrities making it look like it's okay because if you have money, you can do anything.
Right.
And then you have your everyday layperson who's in a position of authority and somewhat power taking advantage of the system. I want to know what the parents out there think. Do you think it's fair, or how far would you go for your children to determine their future? You know, even something as trivial as a superficial award as being prom king or queen. What are the lengths you're willing to go to? We want to know what's your frequency on that. This is Tea Kettle Talk, and make sure you let us know. All right, the last story that we had here was one that I found to be very funny. I'll just go click right on over this. So basically, y'all, there's a chicken wing shortage. Block.
The chicken wings.
That's why it got so expensive. My chicken wings is expensive now.
Yep, they said that. Let's look at these stories. I'm just going to show you some of them that came through. The president of Cheney Brothers, one of the largest places that supplies chicken wings to vendors or what have you, 5 hours ago, there's a chicken shortage.
Listen, people have to, during the pandemic, they were at home. All they wanted to eat was chicken wings.
That's exactly what they said, that the U.S. chicken shortage is blamed on the pandemic. Then that fried chicken sandwich craze. So how many people out there have contributed now to the high rising cost of chicken wings and the shortage.
Wow.
So
I ate a
America's
lot of chicken,
shortage.
so I'm guilty.
They
You gotta
blew my
go,
mind
Dante,
with
you have
that.
to see if it's cheaper at Sam's. You said it got expensive.
It is. It's cheaper at Sam's.
We've been buying the 5-pound bag, or I don't know, 10-pound bag at Costco too. It's pretty reasonable.
Well, here you are, Denise, like while you're a Miami person, look what you have to look forward to when you go back to Texas. They said chicken wings are in short supply nationwide due to Texas storms and soaring demand for pandemic-proof delicacy.
Yeah.
Restaurants unhappy, and look at some of the restaurant chains that are impacted, especially Buffalo. What you get it? Wow wings. So that's going to be an interesting thing. But what I want to take a look here is, like, believe it or not, there's a chicken wing shortage schedule. I can't believe it. How you gonna have a schedule? A chicken wing shortage schedule. Let's see what we can find in here.
Hatching some chickens, so we're gonna be in Wisconsin. Who got the farm going on?
I don't know what's happening, but I don't know, but I want to see what the schedule is about here, y'all, cause so you can plan your chicken wings stuff accordingly or whatever it is, but they don't have anything out here right now, so I guess we can resume the share. It doesn't, you see that there's nothing out there, so why would they have it? You know, just, it's kind of like what they did in Harlem Nights with Dillary's got my mouth all ready for us, and ain't nothing in there but a swallow. Nothing to tell us about. All right, I found these stories to be really interesting tonight. Let's see what WNYTV has to say. And it's talking about whether you prefer bone in, bone out, or flats, or drummies. Watch out. There's a chicken wing supply shortage in your midst. Let's see if we can play this video, if it'll tell us anything.
So we got to go to thighs and legs.
Looks like I don't do it. I'll be doing chicken breast. I'll do some chicken breast, but it won't be happening that. No, I won't be doing any of that. No, thank you.
No dark meat.
Leg, but I do thighs.
I love the leg and the thigh. That's the juiciest part of the chicken.
But I don't. I prefer. I'll use thighs when I'm doing like smothered or stir fry. But fried chicken, I prefer a leg or a wing. I'll eat anything really, but I prefer a leg or a wing.
The breast is the biggest, driest part of the chicken.
When you're frying, yeah, you're right.
It depends on who's cooking the breast, because I can cook your breast, honey, and it's juicy. You cut it up in a salad. It is so good. Yes, it is. Yes. Let's go here. So what's up with the chicken wings, y'all? Well, the whole chicken is cooped up, they said. They said that basically 6 months ago, chicken wings were half of what they've now for purchasing. The price and demand goes up. We know that as demand goes up, price goes up as well. There's a relationship between the two. A year ago, they said wings would cost $55 a case. Now $150 a case. That's triple almost what it was. God. It's not going down. Prices are going to change, about $14 or $1.40 per wing versus like 75 cents for a wing. That's at the Bad Apple Saloon. They said New York lovers or wings are just going to continue to roll with the punches. So what say you people out there about the wings? You know, I'm just going to see. Let's see. We're going to stop now. You know, how do you feel? Are you willing to pay the higher price? I got to tell you that my freezer is darn chock stocked with wings.
Or is it? I have some, but I don't have a lot.
Like
we stopped during pandemic, and I still have a lot.
I need to go to Sam's Club before the prices go up too bad.
I bought wings.
I got space in my deep freezer now.
That's where they are. 6 bags of wings. A few weeks ago, before the news of the chicken shortage happened, I had gonna always buy the wings. So I bought some extra ones, some of the nice ones, so we could have them this spring. I'm so glad I did. But this is my philosophy, y'all. I don't always believe everything that I hear about a shortage, because I understand that the law of supply and demand is what creates the shortage. And if I
like the coin
shortage, right? So if I tell you there's a shortage and you go to the store and the price is 3 times what it was last week, you probably gonna throw 3 bags in your thing and just be disgusted anyway. Kind of like when the pump was at $6 a gallon and people were still driving when they wanted to anyway, right? People gonna eat what they want, buy what they want. And there's this pastor that's once saying to us, he said, people buy what they want and beg for what they need. So if people want their chicken wings and then they gonna beg you for money to pay their rent. There you go. We'll work for food. Nope, we'll work to pay my rent because I use my rent money for food because the chicken wings was 3 times what they were, and I wasn't doing it out that. So what's the thing that you're willing to sacrifice to hold on to the chicken wings people want? That's what I want to know. Are you gonna drive a little less? You know, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna cook more wings? You know?
I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing now. If I can get them, I'm gonna get them. Whatever they cost, I'm gonna buy them.
Okay, how about you, Denise? Where are you on the wing?
You know what? I don't really cook chicken wings a whole lot, but I feel the same way. I'm gonna cook them when I want to cook them. Now y'all gonna make me really go to Costco and Sam's and go load up on some chicken wings in the freezer.
That's how.
But in Texas, we don't have a whole lot of shortage. Texas got everything. We're just too big for, you know.
Yeah, but that's how you drive up a price. I know the strategy. You tell people there's a shortage. I was reading.
And then they go out there and buy it.
And that's how you drive the price up. They were saying you can create a shortage on anything. Remember when we were in the pandemic and they kept saying there was a shortage of coin?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That please, we don't have a shortage of coin. What happened to those signs? Ask yourself why you don't see those signs anymore. They disappeared. And ask yourself, has anybody said anything about there being a shortage of coins since we came and they start taking the mask off? Now, to your point, D'Artagnan, about anything can be created as a rarity. The coin that we've been looking at, that Dodge coin, you saw the ratings on that and you saw what's going on. You saw the people who are pushing it. Bezos, Cuban. I love every minute of it. So just like they can create a shortage for chicken, you can go into that stock market and figure out that same philosophy and figure out which stocks to pick for yourself and make it work. Think about it, because that's literally what we did.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So we really want to know what you think about these topics that we talked about. If you have a time-saving app that you're using or an app that you're using now more than ever that you weren't using before the pandemic, we want to know what your frequency is. Put that in our chat. The Hater app is no longer available. Would you stuff ballots or cheat on a application for your kids? Would y'all do that? I wouldn't do it.
No.
Because 2 things you don't want to give up: freedom and privacy.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, are you going to stop eating chicken? Or are you prepared to pay the price to continue to cluck?
We're going to keep on clucking.
All right, then. The last thing I want to say is Mother's Day is coming up. And if tonight we put in our Facebook a couple of things, but we're going to reiterate it here. If you are a teacher, D'Artagnan, tell them about the teacher promo that you're running, and then I'll talk about the first responders.
Well, I was buying lunch for the teachers in my timeline, but I just had to delete the post because you got scammers on there. They keep messaging the damn teachers trying to get their cash app and trying to get them to go through this whole. So I deleted the post. I have who I am giving their lunch to for the rest of the week. I've already messaged, so the other 2 that are going to get them will get them. But I had to delete the post. I was so sick of it. It was like 15 people under one person's name trying to get them to go into, send me your Cash App name.
Yeah, trying to fake people out.
Yeah.
So, no
people
good deed goes unpunished. It gets on your nerve, don't it? Because you're trying to do good things in the universe.
And then,
jackass out there and mess it up for everybody, So that's kind of where I was coming from. But also at Your Gear, YOURGEER.com, I'm giving away a jacket. I've already given one away to Brianna. Brianna 123456. She has a jacket that's coming to her from V.O.I.C.E.S. RandomISH. She actually texted me, and so I'm proud. I've got her information. I'm going to actually order the jacket. She gave her a size. I'll be dropping that off. She actually works at Pearl Vision here in Appleton. She subscribed to our show. She followed everything, and she hit me up with the information. So congratulations, Brianna, at Pearl Vision. You're getting a jacket from V.O.I.C.E.S. RandomISH. So the next giveaway, we'll do it probably next week. And like I said, if you are a first responder and you can prove you're a first responder, put your information in this particular video, And you stand a chance, like I said, to win. I will find you and get your size, and you get a first responders jacket or a sweatshirt, whichever one is your choice. Okay. So we want to thank you for tuning in tonight, because we are the only channel to ask you what's your frequency, because we really want to know what you think about the topics and about life as it stands. So again, I'm your host, Eldridge Alexander, and up in the corner, as always, with glasses on,
D'Artagnan Winters.
and down there again with that fun bun is
Denise Highsmith.
So again, we want you to have a great night. Stay safe, and tune in next week. And don't forget to go out there to our channel, subscribe, like, comment. And Denise, what do they need to hit?
They need to hit the subscribe button, thumbs up.
And hit that bell. Yep.
Hit the bell, baby.
Hit that bell. Hit that bell.
Hit that bell, baby. Like Big Frida said, baby, hit the bell.
Baby.
We love you, Big Frida, all down there in NOLA. All right, we'll see y'all next week. I'm going to end the broadcast, but me and my sisters will still be here talking smack until the cows come home. We'll talk to y'all next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
I need to get some water. Give me 2 minutes.